Today we're going to be going over the BMW 428i.
Hello everyone out there in the YouTube world. I'm here today with the 2015 428i BMW. This is the new year-old, but the new BMW that has taken its own flagship name from the 3 Series, and now it's the 4 Series. The 3 Series, obviously before they had the 3 Series Coupe. This is now what the 3 Series used to be in regards to Coupe Ford. It's 2015, I know it's 2016, but pretty much everything's the same. So we're going to do a review today on this 2015, because that's what we have. So this particular 428i, you might notice, has the M package. That M package is going to come with the 19-inch M wheels right here. And this one, you can do an upgrade on the brakes, but this, I believe, it has the same brakes as the regular 428i without the M package. That is the main thing. And the inside, you're gonna have some M features, such as the door stills right here with the M classic M logos. Same thing with the M steering wheel, just to give it a little bit of that sportier touch. But other than that, it's pretty much cosmetic. So the color, as you can tell, that we have today is the gunmetal gray. Some like to call it gunmetal metallic gray. Don't know the official color, but as you can tell, it's gray. It's really nice. It's really sharp. Want to go over some of the styling of the 4 Series, because again, if you compare it to a 3 Series, it's very similar, but there are some unique stylistic changes on the 4 Series that make it stand apart from the 3 Series. For instance, you have the vents on the front quarter panels, and these are actually working vents. They BMW engineers created it to allow for airflow, so it helps with aerodynamics and overall fuel efficiency and performance. So that's really cool, because as you know, some cars just do this for looks and not actually making it functional in the aerodynamics of the car, but not with BMW. Really cool feature. Plus it adds to the style, adds to that sporty feel that they're going for. If you come further down the car, back to the rear of the vehicle, you can tell the tail lights of the vehicles are very, very similar to the 3 Series. Although if you kind of back up and take a really good look at the back of the 3 Series, it's actually the whole style of the car. This car is 0.6 inches wider than a 3 Series. So when we're directly behind it, you can see it's got a wider stance, as you'd like to say, it has a really nice behind for a vehicle. Next, you can tell this is 428i because it's got the dual tip exhaust only on the left. If it was the 430, obviously that is the V6 engine, and it would have the dual exhaust, similar almost to the M4s. Coming on to the other side, completing the stylistic packages. One thing on here that this car, again, because it has the M package, as you might have noticed on the rear bumper and the front bumper, these are the M style bumpers, which actually are very similar to the actual M4. This car is nicely equipped. As you can see, this got the sensors for parking sensors on the front and the back. This also comes with these iconic halo eyes for BMW, and these are not actually LED lights. These are xenon lights, but still give you that hyper white look. You can get them in LED. It's an additional cost. And it also has the one benefit from doing LED compared to the xenon lights is the xenon has the adaptive lighting system. So what that means is when you're turning the vehicle, the actual headlights turn with you, which is really cool. You know, some of the non-luxury cars actually are starting to have that feature, but it started out by luxury cars, and it's cool to have that. With the LED option, you actually don't you lose that adaptive lighting feature, but that's only because LED lightings, they spread out much wider than the xenon lights, so they kind of don't need that feature, so it's a waste. That kind of gives you the stylistic features of the vehicle. It's a two-door, it's sporty, and that's kind of what you're buying this car for. Also, if you, not necessarily this is a comparison test, but if you're thinking why don't I get a 3 Series, or if I get a 3 Series, what's kind of the difference besides the doors? This car is tuned differently. It is tuned to be much sportier. It's lower, the suspension's a little bit stiffer, so you're paying for that, really that sportiness that you want in a car. Some have said the 3 Series should kind of come that way too, because it is the original sports sedan, but BMW is trying to market to a wider audience, so that's why there's the difference on the 3 Series. Let's take a look in the inside of the vehicle. So, like we said earlier, this is the M package. It has some of the M features. Got a little M plate right here for your footrest, right here, which is another little nice touch that you're paying for. This car is equipped with the Steptronic 8-speed automatic. That gives you also the controls on the steering wheel. You have different driving modes. You have over here, as easy as a quick button, you have Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Those features are actually features that do adjust the steering, the suspension, and the transmission. When you take it into sport mode, that's where you're really unleashing the vehicle's full potential. Everything kind of switches up from your suspension to your transmission, give you that real sporty feel that you're looking for in this vehicle. Sport Plus, the only difference on the Sport Plus is that you're going to shut off the traction control, which you can also shut off here by yourself if you want to. I do recommend the Sport turn off the traction control, as many of you out there know, and if you don't know, it's gonna basically allow you to do donuts if you want to, so be careful if you do turn that off. As we go here with this particular version of the 4 Series, it has the technology package, which has the navigation. So you have this nice screen here with all the different multimedia, radio, telephone, navigation. You have Bluetooth connectivity. You have connectivity with apps. I was driving the car earlier and hooked it up to the phone via USB and was able to run my Spotify on here, which is really cool. So the one, you know, one of the things this car doesn't have, and neither does the 2016, is it does not have Apple CarPlay. I talked to a BMW representative, and it looks like they might be including that in the 2017 models, but it does have the connectivity, so you can actually use some of your apps on here. Obviously not all of them, but you can. It'll be interesting to see when they actually implement Android and CarPlay into cars, since you know, cars such as Civics, lower end models are now starting to have that. The other thing that you get with the technology package, which we'll hopefully try to show here in the camera, is you have the head-up display that shows up when you're driving over here, and when you're driving, you'll see the mileage, how fast you're going. When you have the navigation guidance on, it'll have the directions there, so if you turn right, turn left, etc., which is really cool. It's actually a really intuitive display. It's helpful. Is it worth, you know, upgrading to? I don't know. It's kind of probably a personal preference and what your budget's like, but you can do without it if you needed to. I want to talk about the space in the 428i. It is a two-door, so you're obviously usually sacrificing space when you're buying a two-door. But this car is actually pretty roomy. I'm 6 foot, so sitting here in the passenger seat, very comfortable. You got full power adjustable seating, you know, up, back, you got your side, and you actually have, what's really cool is the side support here. You can tighten this up so on a track day, you know, you don't move around. This is really cool. And you got lumbar support features as well. And then when we move to the back seat's actually really roomy. So again, they make it easy to get into the vehicle. You got a little switch here, and power features, one touch. Actually, not one touch. when you leave it like this and you use this button, one touch, you could actually have it move forward, and it's not working. It wasn't working earlier. Well, anyhow, you can move it forward automatically, which makes it really easy here, really cool. Getting in's pretty easy. I mean, you do have to duck down. Again, I'm 6 feet tall, but fairly easy to get back in here. And once you actually move the vehicle, and again, let's say I was in the front seat and someone behind me needed to sit. I'm 6 feet tall, sitting back here. I actually have really ample leg space. I'm sitting normally. I don't have to open up my legs or anything like that. And you can actually move this pretty far back, and I'm sitting comfortable. As you can see, the height, it's a coupe, so it is a lower roof line, but I have good height here, I think. Comfortable seating back here. It is a 4-seater. In the middle here, as you can see, there is no room for a 5th person. There is not even a seatbelt, so it is a true 4-seater. But again, when you're getting a coupe, I don't think you're looking to lug around 5 people very often. Okay, so let's look at the trunk, and again, continuing with the space and see how much space there is. So I got some stuff here. I got my gym bag. This is actually not mine. This is the person's car that we're borrowing, but pretty good space. You do got the fold-down seats. Little latches right here, and you can push down. So you can put in probably a road bike or mountain bike here if you take off the front wheel. Really good ample space. For probably putting like 2 regular size suitcase. So that's really a good size trunk for a 2-seater. I mean, really for some cars. I recently was reviewing the A3, the Audi A3, and that's a 4-door. It's a small sedan, but the trunk on that car is actually really small, much smaller than this. So this is really good size. Good job, BMW. So let's take a look at the hood. All right, what's under the hood? So this is the twin power 4-cylinder turbo, 240 horsepower, 258 pounds of torque engine for the BMW. They've had it in the car in the past models for a while now. They're actually going to be updating it for the 2017 models. It's still going to be around the same horsepower and everything, but I think they're going to be a little bit more, probably better on gas. Estimated EPA on this vehicle, even with all that horsepower and the turbo, is around 25 for city. They claim 35 for highway, and about overall, I think it's 24 overall MPG. I've been driving it. Took it up to the canyon the other day, and I'm driving on the freeway and streets, and it looks like I'm averaging almost 24 miles per gallon, which I think is pretty good. Again, this is a performance vehicle. I was driving it, I was driving it pretty hard, so definitely not babying it. But it's a good engine. There is some turbo lag that you can kind of sense at sometimes. But I think overall, for what you're getting, it's a fast car. 0 to 60 on this car is, they say it's at 5.7 seconds. And I think that's about right. I think some bloggers out there have it at a little bit quicker. I'm sure if you do a quick launch, you can get it there, but 5.7 seems really, really manageable.
And that, everyone, wraps up my review of the BMW 428i. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, I will see you next time.